Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Brother Sister Show. This is episode 94, and today we're going to be talking about. Oh my gosh, what are we? Dear Evan Hansen. I almost forgot.
One and only. How dare you? This is the most excited I've been in a while to talk about a movie.
Which is sad, I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just. It's been a rough week, so maybe I'm just excited to do this again.
Yeah. Well, my name is Anthony.
I'm Livia.
And yeah. But before we get
Brother Sister Show. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We took a bye week and we're just shit has already hit the fan.
Yeah, I can talk about it if you want.
It's up to you. But before we talk about Dear Evan Hansen, we normally catch up, talk about movies that we've seen in between the episodes. So what's up? You can talk about whatever you want. Go for it.
Yeah, I think I'm in a state where I can talk about it right now because it was a little rough. And I mean, because I wasn't going to say anything. And I know, like, I appreciate you just saying, like, oh, we just need to recharge. But I think due to, this movie was, spoiler alert, a shit show. But I think one thing I did appreciate is the thing I always appreciate and I'll never discount is the openness of, like, talking about mental health and, like, mental illness and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what medication I take in the fucking milligrams, but, I'll tell you what happened so obviously everybody knows that we got a puppy. And I still say, I think I said he's like the light of my life is what I always say. Like, him and Ari are, they're the best. He's a puppy. Their animals are the best. But sometimes the way that your mind reacts to them and reacts to change is not the best. So I guess, yeah, there's something called puppy blues. And I think it's kind of, I don't know if it's specific. I don't think it's like a disorder that you can diagnose, but it's something a lot of people feel. And yeah, I don't know. I just had a rough week, especially just somebody who has a history of already depression and anxiety. It was kind of just like a overwhelming, like, feeling of just a bunch of stuff. Like, honestly, it was just like really bad timing of a lot of things, just like that. I mean, also my cycle, like, there's a lot of stuff that happens, especially when, I don't know, just a lot of stuff that contributes to your mental health. And so one of the things I needed was just a week off. And so, yeah. And so we're good. Hopefully our listeners are still, on this ride, and that doesn't jolt anybody too much to be like, oh, they're off the rails, I'm not going to listen anymore. But if you still listen, appreciate it. And thank you for allowing us to have that week off. Cause I really, really needed it. So yeah, but I'm excited to be back. Now I'm, like, not 100% with mental health. It's never going to be like, I'm cured, I'm fine.
Right.
But today is a good day. So that's what I can. Oh God, did they say that in the movie?
Yeah, today is going to be a good day. He says that.
Well, I mean, I guess this movie, I'm not going to, like, be too harsh about it, but I liked that, just to, like, start your day being like, you know what, you're going to be, because I do that now where I, like, if I'm having a hard time, I'm like, today is fine. Like, today is a rough day or whatever. Like, it's nice to say that because I feel like that's why I wanted to say something. I didn't want to just be, ambiguous about why we had a week off. I, like, want to be open about the fact that I just wasn't mentally in a place where I could do anything really. But now I'm fine. And for today, I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like, we're coming back. We're hitting it hard.
Oh yeah. It's always to my detriment if I talk about the future and, like, what I want to do. That sounds weird, but, like, especially when I'm in spaces or especially I'm in a situation where my mental state can just, like, change on an hourly basis. But for now, I feel very optimistic that, I just want to be more involved in stuff. Like, I want to do more of stuff for Discord. I'm now more into Letterboxd. I mean, I went to the movies by myself for the first time in a long time, which is, I know that can, like, some people have like little milestones, and that's mine where that's something I always loved doing. And I think I just needed, one of the big things I needed was to be able to get out of the apartment and do something on my own so I can feel like a functioning human. So that was nice. And then I saw this movie and I laughed to myself. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. What else? Have you seen anything else?
I've mostly seen shows because whenever I'm in like it feels like the only time I'll rewatch stuff is when I'm kind of like in a darker mental space, because I just like stuff that's comforting. So I've been watching a lot of shows. Like I watched, I don't know if have you seen Sex Education?
No, I haven't.
I think you'd like it. It's really, really good. Highly recommend. So their new season came out. And so I watched that, but then I felt sad that I finished it. So then I rewatched season 1 and 2. And that brought me a lot of comfort this week. So
that's good.
Yeah. I love that show. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's one of the most well-written, not only shows, but like teen shows. And especially after seeing shows like 13 Reasons Why, and all those like shitty shows about teenagers. This is one of the best ones. It's so good. Highly recommend.
Noted. Yeah, I've kept on seeing a bunch of stuff like on Twitter. People getting ready for the 3rd season. Yeah,
and then I think it was just renewed for another season.
Nice.
Yeah, so good. And I almost watched Dave, but I think not yet. I'm going to. And what convinced me, because I guess I had this idea that he was annoying, which maybe he still is, but that doesn't mean that his show is gonna be bad. But Sebastian, I think I just haven't been exposed to enough things of his, because Sebastian showed me one of his freestyles with Sway. I don't know if you've probably seen it. I think you've talked about it before. And it was so good that I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this show, because I don't know why I had this idea that he was annoying. But he seems, just from that freestyle alone, I was like, okay, I'm interested in what he has to say.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Is he, does he write on the show? Or
yeah,
is he just like the inspiration of it?
I'm pretty sure he wrote it.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been more into, I want to watch a lot more comedies, because I think that's just, I need to watch something to make me laugh. And so that's on my list. I think I also want to watch Hacks, which Mom and Dad gave a really good recommendation for, because it won a bunch of Emmys. And then I hear so many good things about a show called The Other Two that is on HBO Max. And I think I'm going to start watching those.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen any of these.
Me neither. I've heard of them. But there's so many people that keep giving recommendations that I just feel like I have to watch it. Like if Mom and Dad are like, yeah, this show is really, really funny and we really like it, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like some shows, at least with maybe just all parents, if they're like, yeah, we sat down and we watch it together all the time, then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then The Other Two, I think I've heard so many good things about it. And then I saw that Ben Schwartz tweeted about it and I was like, okay.
All right. You have me.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yep.
Golden
And then
Steel.
I've just been watching the trailer to Venom. No, I'm just kidding.
Non-stop.
I think I keep forgetting, but my birthday's this weekend and I think it comes out this.
Does it? That would be perfect.
Well, I think because Tom was like, yeah,
Tom,
there's somebody very important to me. Her birthday's this weekend and I need to.
It goes out the first. Wow.
Yeah. So I think maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take Homer, or he'll take me because he goes in for free. I don't want to dox him. I just want that. I'll leave it like that. Sorry, what did you say?
So ominous. Do you want to do that for next week? Because it's because it's your birthday movie.
Ooh.
Just something to think about. You don't have to decide right now.
Okay. No, it's intriguing. Either that, or I want to do a newer. I like that we've been doing newer movies because it forces me to go to the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Fair enough.
I don't know how much I have to say about that movie. Truly, I mean, the trailer looks like a hot piece of garbage.
I know you've been watching it nonstop.
Well, it feels like I watch it nonstop because I go to the movies a lot. I mean, not to flex like that. I don't know if you do this, but like when you see trailers a lot and when you go like, that's the only time I watch trailers. I'm not somebody that watches them like on YouTube really. But sometimes Sebastian and I will see trailers so many times.
You have to repeat it.
Well, there's like certain parts of it that we love, like, and it's so like a non-important part of the trailer. Like, have you seen the trailer to The Eyes of Tammy Faye?
Yeah.
Do you know that part where they're like taking stuff out of her house and she's standing there and she just goes,
yeah.
That's every time when we watch it, we know when it's coming up, and Sebastian and I both go.
That's funny. I like that trailer when the mom goes, Tammy Faye. Tammy Faye.
Or like
what have you done?
Oh yeah. I also like when she's like, I just want to hug you, or I just want to put my arms around you.
Yeah.
So either that movie or Venom. We'll see. I don't know yet.
It's your birthday episode, so you got to pick.
Okay. I will have a pick by the end of today.
Even though it comes out like a full work week, like the episode comes out.
Yeah, but we'll record my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
And one thing I love to do, a tradition for my birthday, is I like to extend it as long as I can. So I'm going to be doing something every week, probably. Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. That's all I've watched. Yeah. The only thing I've put on my Letterboxd is Dear Evan Hansen, but I'm excited. I'm in a space now where I feel like I can watch more movies. If not, then I'll have more shows to talk about.
Yeah. I've had like a reawakening where I'm like, I'm using Letterboxd and Discord. These are my things. I'm fully investing myself in this. It's like forced me to want to watch, or not want to, but it's forced me to watch a lot of movies because I just want to. I said this a couple episodes ago, but I want to get big on Letterboxd.
I think you should really commit to that.
I'm legitimately committed. We'll do like a tracker. I have 30. I lost a follower. I have 31 followers. I had 32. I don't know what happened.
Did you just realize that right now?
I just realized that. That's close. Whatever. We take the punches. Roll with it.
That was the saddest thing I've ever seen. That moment was sadder than any of my depression this past week. That was so sad.
Letterboxd has had a chokehold on my life.
Whoever that was, just let me know what I did wrong.
I'll change my reviews. So I've been watching a lot of movies. I've watched, and it's been awesome. So I started after Malignant with Jungle Cruise.
I heard that one was decent.
I gave it 1.5 stars.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, who am I kidding? It was not.
I heard it was okay. I heard it was like fun.
I guess I just it shouldn't have been made. It was pretty gory. Not gory. It was pretty like brutal. Some of the deaths. There was a lot of deaths. I was surprised it got PG-13. Paul Giamatti is in it.
Okay.
And it's very funny. Because there's one scene where there's like a snake or something, and he goes like this. And it's really funny. Man. So Kayla and I will just do that.
That's one thing that I don't know if you do. Well, I'm sure you do stuff that our parents do. Mm-hmm. And there's some stuff that I just can't stop anymore. And I think it's just a part of me. Mm-hmm. And it's pointing like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like this. It looks like, it was like in Dodgeball. Didn't they do that?
Oh, they go like or something.
Derivative.
Yeah. Then I watched The Game. Well, I'll save it.
Yeah.
Because that was the movie I had to watch for the Family Tree Game.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Two Night Stand with Miles Teller and
I've seen that movie.
Kid Cudi's in it. That was my review. It's like, how are you going to cast Kid Cudi and not have him like more in
the lead? He was, and from what I remember, he was pretty good. He was very funny. He was funny. Yeah.
Very funny.
And then that's like a rom-com syndrome, is that it's like it's the two main people are like just bland white people, and then their side characters are like so much more interesting.
Yeah, it could have been a good movie. I gave it a star. Then I watched Murder on the Orient Express. And this, I remember watching it. I was like, this is really good. And I really think that this walked so Knives Out could run. It really did.
Okay.
But Knives Out's like way better.
Yeah.
Then I watched Kate.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were going to do that for an episode.
Oh, I lied then. Yeah, I've seen that too. I just didn't put it on my Letterboxd, but I probably would have given it like maybe like 2 stars.
That's what I gave it. Some of the deaths were like really good. Made me like gasp, and I like a John Wick. Like it's hard to not compare it to John Wick.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Some of the deaths made me gasp like when I watched John Wick for the first time. So that was cool.
The only thing I could think about for that movie is it made me just want to watch Atomic Blonde.
That's true. It did have that like similar effect, like when I watched Atomic Blonde, where it's like, damn, she's going through so much shit and she's still like alive somehow. But good one. I liked the, her deadline that she had. That was really
interesting premise. And I think it did what it had to do, like it, but it was just so like predictable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I did do a Letterboxd because Sebastian and I watched it together and we just kept like, oh, well, this is going to happen next. Oh, she's going to get the boom, boom lemon. And I don't know about you, but every time when she said it for the first time, I was like, what the fuck did she just say? We had to turn on the subtitles for that because it sounded like she said boom, boom, bam, bam. Like she boom, just boom, looked bam. At her in the most serious face and she said, boom, boom, bam,
bam. Dumb. A solid movie, I guess. Punch Drunk Love I watched, which is with Adam Sandler. One of the best uses of music in film. I gave it a full 5 stars. I felt I related with Barry at a lot of the points in the movie, and it was just so funny to see him get like so hyper fixated in the pudding and that whole like frequent flyers thing. I really enjoyed it. Then I went through like a lot of good movies that I've heard that like had recommended to me, and I just never got around to it. And I just got to a point where I was like, why am I not watching these movies? Like I have time now. Might as well do it.
Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I have a note for every single thing you say. But the only thing I'll say about Punch Drunk Love, because I haven't seen it in a while, but I think that's the perfect use of an actor's already existing anxiety. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Like he just feels like he knew a good case of the director knowing exactly, like being friends or knowing exactly who his actor is and playing to his strengths. Because Adam Sandler is just, I feel like if you just leave him alone in a room, he's just like pacing around and just muttering to himself the entire time.
Right.
Perfect use of it.
And it came out 2002 to come off of Little Nicky like that.
Okay.
Like, essentially the same character if we're talking. Ocean's 11. I watched Ocean's 11.
I can't believe you've never seen that movie before.
It is really good.
Heist movies are truly one of my favorite subgenres. Probably my favorite.
They did such a good job of, giving part of the plan, and all of the details of the plan, and even like some of them obviously are going to be revealed towards the end, but like their escape, we never really hear about it until we like see it. Such a good, so good.
And it doesn't like make you, it doesn't come out of, like, I don't know, even though it comes out of nowhere, it's like still it pays off so well,
Exactly.
So good.
And I'm excited to see if that momentum is kept through. I'm
excited to see what you think. I don't know if you want me to tell you right now, if you want to wait till.
No, I'll wait. I gave that a 4.5. Then I watched a short film. I don't know why Letterboxd has this. There could be an argument that it shouldn't be, but it's called History of the Entire World, I guess. It's on YouTube. Okay. And it's like the highest rated short film. by Bill Wirtz. I give it a full 5 stars. My because I really enjoyed it. It was like so unique. I don't even know. It's 19 minutes. I would watch it if you have time. And I put that it's the best PowerPoint presentation I've ever seen.
Put it in the Discord if it's YouTube.
Okay, I'll do that. Then I watched Memento.
Oh, you never seen that?
Never seen it before.
Okay.
And I kind of get why people critique Christopher Nolan as much as they do.
What do you mean?
It's like I feel like at some points he's trying too hard.
Oh yeah. There's a point in every one of his movies where you're like, fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah. So I get that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how much of like, just of a mind bender it was. And it's a really interesting premise.
It's a very original movie, is what I'll say.
Yeah. I'm glad I got around to it.
Guy Pearce is very good too. I kind of, he's in a lot, but I feel like after I watched that movie for the first time, I was like, why is he not in everything? Maybe he is.
He's very good. I really
good.
Such a good premise, and the timeline. the timeline is insane to think about.
Yeah.
But it made me question my every memory that I've ever had. So sad. Then I watched Captain Fantastic. You've
never seen that one either?
No.
Oh, I'm telling you, I love that movie.
I've just add stuff to my watch list that I see a lot of my like people that I follow that they highly recommend. And
insulting because I feel like, well, maybe I haven't told you. I'd like that movie, but I'm not like obsessed with it, but it's really good. Surprisingly. Yeah.
I wrote that I had to knock off a solid star for the ending song. I don't know if you remember, but they sing
Sweet Child of Mine. What's wrong with that? I liked it.
It just felt so, I guess it fit, but it just reminded me of the scene in Step Brothers in the car.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. I liked that. It was that I just really like that scene.
It was a good scene. I think give it any other song for me, and it would have.
What song would you want? Fun. You state on the record right now. What song do you want?
To be sung as I
sing. Yeah. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
Freebird. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Freebird by Leonard Skinner, the entire 9 minutes, and I want you guys to all sing the guitar solos.
Okay. Done.
Noted. As my last will and testament. I watched Dear Evan Hansen. We're gonna leave it. Oh, I gave Captain Fantastic 3.5.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dear Evan Hansen, we'll leave it. I watched Jurassic World, 2.5 stars.
Which one's that one? Is that
that's
first?
The 2015, yeah.
Okay.
On Bryce Dallas. I don't know if she's in the other one.
I don't know. I've only seen that one.
Yeah, I don't really remember the other one. But I wrote, the only notable thing I wrote in that review was, I hope Chris Pratt brings that same energy to the new Mario movie. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yes, I very much so want to talk about that.
This is a good segue.
That's all I want to talk about. I even made a mental note, and I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, let's pull up. Okay, because I have some like, I don't know.
I was really worried because I thought it was live action at first. Because I was in class and I was like, just like scrolling through Twitter, and I saw the announcement, which is such a weird way to like with the PowerPoint cards.
Yeah. What kills me is the pictures they chose.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
You see the one where it was like Chris Pratt all like metallic and it was like Metal Mario.
I don't know. It's so fucking funny. Maybe I need to watch this one. Sometimes there's random YouTube videos that there'll be one for like a month that YouTube wants me to watch like desperately. They're like, please, we recommended this to you every day for a fucking month, you bitch, watch it right now. And one of them is like how voice actors, like actual voice actors, are losing out on tons of work because people just want to hire celebrities that are not good at voice acting. And I feel like I see what they mean. And yeah, I would be fucking pissed if this happened. Because let's do the most tragic one last. But
okay. I think
I have the list.
Go for it. Which one do you think is like is a solid cast? Sorry for bourbon.
Or do you want to go do that, or do you want me just go through a list and we'll just go through each of them? Because there's some people that I didn't even realize are in this movie until right now. I'm looking at it. I don't know who this Sebastian whatever. I don't know why people want us to like this comedian. Is he funny? Because I feel like he's like shoved into our face every year. Sebastian Maniscalco.
I haven't seen any of his sets, but
I didn't know.
I didn't know they casted him.
Kevin Michael Richardson is Kamek.
Oh, this is like new stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't seen these.
Me neither. Okay, I like this. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. That's perfect casting.
Yes, of course.
I don't know if you want to just like, if you want to use my phone as the image, if you want to just like superimpose it, but maybe this is.
No, that's a good quality.
Okay. I didn't hear about that, and I really like that. I think that's hilarious. I don't even know who Cranky Kong is.
From now on, just say them and I'll put them up.
Okay. And then Keegan Michael Key as Toad.
Yes.
I don't hate this. I think it'll
be interesting.
If you're going to pick an actor that's good at voice acting, I think Keegan Michael Key is the one. For Toad, I don't know. But I think I don't mind it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I do not.
All right. Now is where we get into kind of weird territory. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Honestly, I don't hate it. I think it'll be weird because he has such a recognizable voice and I can't imagine him doing anything else with it. But I think this is the one that like is a little bit out there, but I can get behind.
Who did he was Pumbaa, right?
Yeah. That's good. That's a good match though.
Yeah, that's a good role. Good character. I don't know about Donkey Kong. I don't know either.
I don't know who else I would want to be in that role.
I keep on seeing Twitter videos of Donkey Kong like running away and just his laugh, Seth Rogen's laugh.
I mean, I don't know. I think that is the most like gimmicky casting, but I think it would be funny. I think I don't know. I don't hate it. I think that's the one where I look at it, I'm like, okay, I want to see that. Jack Black as Bowser. I think that's perfect.
I think so too. He's like you can't get like Liam Neeson or like someone that has like a dark.
I think you could. I think there's two ways to do it. There's like the silly way, which is with the direction they went, or a serious way where you get like Idris Elba or something, like,
right.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I think this is the one that a lot of people are like, okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to be mad at Jack Black anyways. All right. Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. I mean, it seems like you just need a woman's voice for this.
Yeah. Right? I was going to say, I don't know, like maybe I just haven't played enough Mario, but I feel like, does she do a lot? Does Peach do a lot? I feel like I could just, I don't know. It could be a good casting. Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Who cares? All right. Now the most current of the two. All right. Charlie Day is Luigi. What the fuck were they thinking? Why would you do that? What? Charlie Day?
I saw a TikTok of this dude impersonating Charlie Day at like as Luigi. It was perfect. He had the perfect voice. He had Charlie Day's voice. And it's like, yeah, I don't know.
What is he going to do with his voice that's going to be different? What makes you think he is? I just don't understand that. Because you kind of want them to do an accent, right? Isn't that the whole point? That don't they have that in the games? They have like the Italian accents.
Yeah.
So like, why would you not want to I just don't understand that. I don't know.
Maybe
Charlie Day.
Maybe their whole thing is like, we're not going to get people in here if it's not. But even then, like this is like a well-known, like all these characters are really well-known, just like the animated ones.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. But my thing is you could cast literally anybody. I don't know. You could just like why Charlie Day? Like, just put fucking, I don't know, like somebody that has like a kind of like basic voice that can do an Italian accent, you know? Or if,
Like Chris
I don't
Pratt.
know. Okay, now let's just move on to that. Chris Pratt is Mario. And again, what the fuck were they thinking? Well, Chris Pratt? Are they just like, did they just see the Lego movie and they were like, okay. Like, what? He's like, I just don't understand that at all. I understand. I mean, I think there's no way to get away from them like casting just celebrities, which is fine. But why these people? Like, because it's not like he did something amazing in the Lego movie. People didn't love that movie because of Chris Pratt's voice. And he didn't even do a voice. It was just his voice.
I don't know. Maybe he's changed. Maybe he's changed his voice.
Maybe. Well, but I think it'd be funnier if you did like, I don't know. I think like, can you imagine having like, say it was Luigi, like having like Will Arnett or something? Well, that would be funny. I'd be like, okay, that's kind of like, I don't really love it, but I think it's hilarious. But like, I just don't, this choices just seem so fucking random. It seems like they just like put a shuffle on just white men in Hollywood. And we're like, okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters that haven't been cast if like they're gonna go that route. Like Yoshi hasn't been cast. Wario and Waluigi, if they're gonna have those characters in the movie. Goomba, they're gonna have a Goomba.
Who would you want for Waluigi?
I saw this tweet. It was just the lighthouse, and they had Robert Pattinson and
ooh, Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
That would be really good.
He would be a really good Waluigi, I think.
Or Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he
Adrian Brody like actually looks like Waluigi though.
Or I think maybe I'm thinking Willem Dafoe because of the rat in Fantastic Mr. Oh wait.
Yes.
That's the name, right, of the movie?
Mm-hmm. Fantastic
yeah, I think that's kind of, he's kind of got Waluigi vibes.
Yeah. Tall and lanky.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about Fred Armisen being cast. So that's
I think that's funny. I like that.
Mm-hmm. So
very funny.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless. But
well, another thing I keep. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Well, another thing I keep hearing is that it's by Illumination, and people hate Illumination. What movies have they made? Like, they're the people that are making the movie. Are they the ones that made like Monsters versus Aliens? That's Illumination, right? Or the B movie?
I see Despicable Me, The Lorax, Minions, Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, why would they? Ooh. Yeah, this movie's gonna be shitty.
If the people who made Monsters versus Aliens, I'm pretty sure that's DreamWorks, no?
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, because people, they're like, oh, it's by Illumination and their movies always suck. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I even know that.
Yeah. Well, if DreamWorks did it, similar style as Monsters versus Aliens, best movie of all time.
Well, what were you saying?
I don't remember, man.
Sorry.
It's fine. So I watched Jurassic World.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. Not that good. 2.5 stars. Then last night I watched Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
I don't even know how to think about it. I saw it last night, like I said. So yeah, it rocked my world. Go watch it. It's I don't even know if I'd recommend it. It's a really good movie. But I think it gets pretty intense at the end. Like I felt very anxious at the very end. I need to watch the rest of Darren Aronofsky's movies.
Oh, that's Darren Aronofsky?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. We've seen Mother, right? Didn't we see it together?
Mm-hmm.
Mother? That one's pretty good.
Yeah, it was very good. Had similar vibes. I need to watch Black Swan.
Ooh, same. I've never seen Black Swan before.
But that's all I've seen. That's 2 weeks. I don't know how many movies that is, but there's a lot.
All right. Well, what is your goal for next week? How many followers do you want?
I just want that one back. You know what makes me sad about it?
What if it was me? What if I?
You know what makes me sad? It's like you have to put in work to unfollow someone, like on the app.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I know how to follow somebody.
That's fine. It's whatever.
Damn.
Cool.
I wonder what it was.
What review did it?
Yeah. Maybe they deleted their account.
Yeah, we'll say that. That makes me happy. That makes me happy that they deleted their account. Because if they're not following me, why even have Letterboxd? Anyways, join our Discord. I'm making a bot. The bot's up. But there's going to be a lot of cool functionality. And we're just going to talk about movies. So
yeah. You could see where I sat when I watched Dear Evan Hansen.
Very sad.
That's the kind of inside scoop you can get. Yeah, it was I've never, like it's nice people say it's nice to buy stuff online or order stuff online because you don't have to be like, go to the ticket place and be like one for Dear Evan Hansen and it's 9:30 on Saturday. I still bought it online. I was still embarrassed.
Yeah.
So
that was hilarious.
All right. Oh wait, let's do the game.
Yes.
You picked out
the game. Oh,
the game. Oh wait, no, yeah. Talk about the game, and then let's play the game.
The game was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Isn't it such a wild ending?
Very wild.
I don't want to spoil it.
It felt like the game night or game night.
Yeah,
but I think it was it was like one of those that we've talked about where it felt derivative, but it is what influenced
the blueprint.
Yeah, it was the blueprint. So that was cool to see.
Fucking wild, yeah. And the fact that it just like my favorite part is like all that shit happened and it just ended, and it seemed like such a like happy ending, and I was like, what?
I would be so upset if you or any of our siblings did that to me. I would be legitimately angry. I don't know how it was just like, oh, cool, it was all fake. And I would be questioning my entire life for the rest of my life.
Well, I think it changed him for the better, didn't it? So like, it's like how you watch Requiem for a Dream.
I guess.
He played the game.
It's just so weird.
Glad you finished it. All right.
Yeah, I am glad I did too. So let's do it.
I have mine picked.
Oh, do you? I'll just say Adam Sandler.
Okay. Charlie Day. Oh,
Charlie Day.
All right, ready?
Oh no, let me get 5 minutes on the clock. Because that's what we're doing. Clock, 5 minutes. Ready, set, go. You go for it, since
I wonder if I think I know what you did, but I think you're wrong. Maybe not. I don't know. All right. So Charlie Day is in Horrible Bosses with Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston is in He's Just Not That Into You with Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
Drew Barrymore is in The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler.
Okay. I was going to go that route. So that's 3, right?
Yeah.
I was going to go Horrible Bosses. Oh, I did go Horrible Bosses.
Did you hear that? What a weird laugh. Okay, sorry, go on.
I was going to use Jason Bateman, but I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't stop thinking of, because I didn't watch this movie entirely, but I saw a clip of it. It was Central Intelligence, where Jason Bateman.
I don't even know what that is.
With The Rock and Kevin Hart. Anyways, Charlie Day, or no, I'll start with Adam Sandler, who's in Murder Mystery, maybe, with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh my God.
And Jennifer Aniston is in Horrible Bosses with Charlie Day. I
think you're right.
That's a movie on
I'm
Netflix,
so
right?
Mad. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. I knew too. I was like, they're in a movie together, and I kept thinking of that movie Blended, but I think that's Drew Barrymore still.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck, it might be her. God damn it. Yeah.
Nice. No, it is Drew Barrymore for Blended.
Okay.
Wow. Look who came on top. I showed that one follower who unfollowed.
I hope you lose like 5 more followers now.
Well,
murder mystery.
Wow. What can I make you watch? You know what? I'll make you watch Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
Watch that one, but do it in like a clear head space. like make sure that you're okay.
Okay.
Because I talked to my friend and they were like, yeah, it's a pretty rough movie.
I mean, I don't know. Is it actually? Because I feel like I have a good tolerance. Maybe not. I don't know. I get every time somebody says something like that where they're like, well, I don't know, it's a little rough. And I feel like I don't really believe them. I'm like, oh, I think I'll be fine.
If you have like sensory overload issues, it'll probably be hard to watch and you probably won't want to finish it, especially at the end. But for me, I was like, this is way more intense than anything I've ever seen.
Okay. I'm excited. I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah. Go for it. Loser.
You're like, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. And you're like, you watch, you fucking loser.
Well, I'd recommend it to you.
Okay. I'm excited. I'll watch it.
It's on HBO Max.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Well, let's cut to the break. And then when we'll
be back with Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen is the film adaptation of the Tony and Grammy Award-winning musical about Evan Hansen, a high school senior with social anxiety disorder, and his journey of self-discovery and acceptance following the suicide of a fellow classmate. Oh shit! Hold up. Directed by Stephen Chbosky, written by Stephen Levinson, Justin Paul, and Benji Pasek. Starring Ben Platt, Julianne Moore, and Caitlin Dever.
It has a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, and an average 2.3 stars on Letterboxd. I gave it half a star.
Oh yeah, but we can start out. Let's always start off with our Letterboxd reviews, because I think I gave it. I don't know why I even gave it a half a star. Yeah, it deserves half a star. All right. So my review, if I can pull it up, it says, Mike Myers in the Cat in the Hat prosthetics was a weird choice for the lead, but it does go with the whole "this movie should have never been made" theme.
That's apt review, I think. And I put citizen from Whoville completely fucks over a grieving family.
Oh shit.
We both made fun of his face. I think is the.
I mean, I feel bad. That's not his actual face, right? They did something to it. That's the only reason I'm making fun of it, because if it was just his face, then I mean, Ben Platt is a handsome man, so I would never just make fun of him. And even then, even if he was, I would never make fun of him. But like what they did to his, they must have done something, because holy shit! I saw this review so I knew this movie. I kind of knew it was gonna be bad. Just from the reaction. I mean, it's kind of hard to go in with just like knowing nothing about it. But I like sat myself down at the movies and I was like, you know what? Like, just give it a chance. Maybe you'll like it. Because so many people fucking loved the musical that I was like, maybe there has to be something that you like about it. And so when it's pretty jarring when you first see him, I was like, okay, maybe I'll get used to it. But you truly never get used to it. Like it's always jarring. There's this one part where I think it's whenever she comes over and they're like about to kiss or something, and he walks towards her, and it truly scared me. I was like, I can't imagine. Like it just made me imagine him in like the corner of my room in the middle of the night, fucking terrifying. And I guess I need to say, I want to clarify what's on the board today, because I couldn't think of something. I was like, maybe I should do a joke or something, but because this movie talks about, or it's based on a character's suicide, I wanted to put the National Suicide Hotline, because I'm gonna have something good come of this godforsaken movie. And
Please.
there it is. The one thing I was gonna put was, I saw this review before. I didn't read the full thing, but I saw in the corrections of it. I wish I knew what review it was, but I don't remember the publication. But at the bottom of articles, they put like corrections if they have to, correct something after the fact. And apparently in the review, I guess they were talking about how the wig he was wearing is like wild and like it makes it even worse. And then in the corrections, it said that miraculously that is his own hair. That is not a wig. And so that was the correction. And so I was going to put like miraculously not a wig or something like that. I was like, no, let me do something decent and not make fun of him. But holy shit. Yeah.
So how is the movie going experience? Because I also saw it in the movie by myself. What was the audience like for you? Because I have some words about the audience I was with.
Okay, so for mine, it was a pretty quiet audience. Right. If you look at our Discord, you'll see where my seat was. I was in the Sebastian and I like sitting in aisle seats now. I don't know why. We don't have to go to the restroom during movies, but I just I don't know. I like sitting in the aisle.
Quick escape, right?
Yeah, I just don't see a point anymore in sitting in the middle. I don't know. I just don't really care anymore. Yeah, so I was like off to myself and everybody was, with somebody else. So that was already like, I looked like a weirdo going to see Dear Evan Hansen on a Saturday at 9:30. And this movie is 2 hours long. So I got home at midnight.
Yeah. I got a text. I was already asleep, but at 12:09.
Yes, that's exactly when I got home. And so the theater, I mean, it was fine. The thing that I was embarrassed about is I kept laughing, but I was trying to stifle it. And so I think it sounded like I was crying, like sobbing. And then I just always have the sniffles, as people that listen can hear. And so I kept I was trying to blow my nose, but I kept sniffling. And so I was like, fuck, I don't want people to think I'm crying at this movie.
Just want to clarify.
I was like, everybody, just so you know, I am not going to cry at this fucking movie. There's one part that did make me kind of cry, like made me emotional, but.
What part?
When the dad came home and he was crying.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, because I liked that moment. I think I liked I wish he was in the movie more. I liked the dad a lot. Yeah. All right. So I have a ton to say about this movie. And just how much I hate it. Honestly, I really did not like it. I don't know if I said this, but I gave it half a star. But I have a list. There's just so many cringy things, and I couldn't take notes, obviously, but I found an insider article by Esme Mazzio where they listed the 13 most cringeworthy moments of this movie.
Go through it.
And I'm not going to go through all of them. Well, maybe I'll just go through all of them because I feel like it does a perfect. I think I told you it feels like this person just reached into my brain and pulled these 13 out, because every single one of them, I'm like, yeah, these are all fucking bad. So first one being, the entire premise of Dear Hansen is flawed. So I maybe I need to go. I want to go back in time so I can see what this musical was like, because I don't know if you remember the buzz about this musical, but everybody would fucking talk about it. And everybody talked about how Ben Platt was he was a genius, and they don't understand how he could do that every night, because I guess he just cried the entire musical. And I don't understand how, and it won tons of Tonys, but I just don't get it. What is redeemable about this character? What makes you leave this and be like, I feel disgusted, I feel gross right now, that? What? And then apparently they changed the ending so that Evan could have some sort of consequences. What consequences? He cried once. He didn't get the girl. Okay. What? He ruined a family. He ruined an entire family
Yeah,
and he just got away with it.
I don't even. There's so much wrong. Like, besides the trailer, or besides what happened in the trailer, I feel like nothing else happened. Like, if you watch the trailer, you're like, yeah, I know what that movie, like exactly what that movie is. Only thing I can think about is, well, it should be, I guess, is it known that we're just going to spoil the movie?
Yeah, spoil it.
We find out that he didn't fall out of the tree. He jumped. It was an attempt at suicide. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else new. Like, I was trying to explain to Kayla. She's like, oh, what would happen? Because she's like, obviously didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what else happened. I tried to recollect my thoughts, but I couldn't think of anything new.
And that's the thing too. And also, I know it's called Dear Evan Hansen, so it's about him, but like, we also don't know. We learn like nothing about Connor. Absolutely nothing about him. Just the lies that Evan told. And that feels gross to me. Like, even though I know it is about Evan, like, I don't know. It just feels weird to use. It feels weird to use somebody else's suicide as a plot device, especially if you don't do anything with it. Like, especially if it's nothing profound, you know, like I know that it could be the background of something, even though it is like such a tragic thing, but then we meet his family. It's like all about what's around him, but we never talk about him, which is so fucking weird.
I didn't know it was based off of someone's, you know, real death. So that makes me hate this even more. Was that what you said?
No, I meant that like it was based off a character. I don't know what it's. I don't know if it's based on a real thing. I see. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna base because they're basing the entire storyline based off of one event, and like it's it's the catalyst of like all these things happening. No, I don't know. Agree. I don't know if it's based on real. I mean, I have no idea what it's based on. Okay. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're going to use that as a plot device, like, at least let us know something about the character. I mean, if it is based on a true person, then that's fucked. Because like I don't know. That just felt gross to me.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I just don't like the way they handled any of that. And yeah, I don't know. And then, like you said, it didn't really lead to anything. And then even like the fight with his mom was like it was resolved, but like how, you know? And then I don't know. And I even like maybe I shouldn't. I feel weird about like criticizing the way that he portrayed this disorder, especially because I don't have social anxiety disorder, so I don't know what it feels like or what it looks like. But at the beginning, I don't know, he just felt so like, it didn't feel like I was watching somebody that has a disorder. It felt like a performance of one, which if that's what they're going for, because it's, you know, a theater, maybe in theater it's good, but like on the big screen, when you're so close up to his face and the way he's acting, it just felt like such a performance that I was like kind of annoyed by him.
Yeah, that translation from stage to screen, I think, shouldn't have been even attempted.
No, not at all. Yeah, and the thing too is like, oh, sorry.
The part where he ran away from, I think her name was Zoe, the character.
Weird.
That was really funny to me. I laughed.
It felt like it was, I didn't know if I was supposed to be laughing. It was weird. Oh, you didn't even say what your experience was in the theater.
Yeah, it was really weird because, so I saw it right after class in the movie theater. It's like really close to campus. Alone. I found out after, cause like I got there pretty late, close to like the showtime. I was like the only dude in there. It was like, I felt illegal. But also I was like everyone was crying. It was like a lot of, you know, sobs, sniffling. And I was like, why? Like, I felt bad. Like, should I have had a reaction like that? It was just really weird. A weird experience that ultimately was funny. It also felt like a practical joke because I was like, is this
like, what are y'all saying that I'm not?
Exactly.
You know, the only way I want to.
having this profound experience. I'm just like laughing.
You're like, his face looks fucking weird. That's kind of what, when I went to go see, what is it called? Is it called The Fault in Our Stars? Yeah, that when Sebastian and I went to go see that, because I liked the book. Now looking back on it, not a good book. And then when we watched the movie, it was kind of like, we were kind of like, eh. And then there was girls in front of us that were like sobbing, like hardcore crying. And we were like, this is not our crowd. Like what?
I don't know.
What?
But I couldn't.
But I saw an article where somebody said that this movie would have been done really well like 4 years ago. And I agree with that. I think if it, and I think that's when the musical came out, but like, I don't understand. Maybe I need to talk to somebody that saw the actual like musical or that saw it maybe when he was in it, but like, I don't understand the appeal and I don't understand the acclaim that it got. I don't get it.
It did feel like middle schoolish for me. Like, very, like you would have hit, I don't know.
And then, oh shit, I already forgot what I was gonna say. No, it's okay. Very weird movie. Okay, the next one is the entire time we have to pretend Ben Platt passes as a high school student. And okay, and another thing I keep thinking of is like, or I keep seeing these really cringy articles, or not articles, interviews with the cast where they keep defending it, which it sucks. It makes me cringe that they even like, that interviews even address it. But like, I kind of like that they do, because it is like whatever they did to his face, it's fucking wild, because he would have passed as a high schooler, I think. Or even if he looked older, it would have looked, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal because he would have looked normal, right?
I don't know. I was talking to Kayla about this and I was like, she was like, well, like, why is everyone upset with him? Because, you know, like Robert Pattinson did it. And I was like, I looked it up. He was 21 playing a 17-year-old. And Ben Platt is 28.
27. Oh yeah. At the time of filming, he was 27. Yeah.
But I totally get, I don't know. I think adding all that makeup. Kayla's giving me a funny look. What's up?
That wasn't my argument.
What was your argument? It does happen a lot. We got
well, people keep saying like
Grease.
Yeah, Grease. But like John Travolta was like 23.
No, the other guy.
Also, I acknowledge.
Oh yeah, she acknowledged the nepotism.
Oh yeah, of course, nepotism. And yeah, and people keep being like, well, he originated the role in the musical, so he should do the movie. And I disagree. And people are saying like, well, they could have, because it's such a popular musical that people are going to go see it anyways. They could have just cast an unknown person. It didn't have to be him. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that too. Like, why? I don't know, just why put him? It is just so avoidable, you know?
Right, like, no.
I don't, it's so, and they keep saying Grease and like, okay, but that movie came out in the fucking 70s, right? Or was it 70s?
I just had it up.
I don't know. That movie came out so long ago. So what? That's the only
78. Yeah.
I mean, talk about like Vampire Diaries. Yeah. Like those shows that are like, yeah, okay, sure. Or maybe not Riverdale. I was going to say Riverdale, but no. But like, I don't know. I think that's not the issue that people are having, or people wouldn't be making fun of it if they didn't do that shit to his face. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless they didn't, I feel bad if they didn't, but I think they did, because he looks strange.
He looks like the mayor of Whoville.
Yeah, he really does. Oh, poor guy. And he's a good singer. I mean, like the music wasn't terrible. It was fine. And I think that they did most of his, I think they just said that they did most of his recordings like live, which is kind of cool. But
impressive.
like, I don't know, not impressive enough. All right. The next thing is, why does Jared call Evan's therapy assignment a sex letter? Okay. And this is something that really bothered me, because he kept saying that, and he kept being like, oh, your sex letter. He kept saying that it sounds like you guys are in love, or, you know, he just kept like making it sexual. And it made me think of this one, like trope that it feels like all gay characters are put into is that they like are always the people that over sexualize. And that's really dangerous because it continues to perpetuate this idea that gay people are these like sexual predators and that all they think about is sex and that they're sexual deviants. And, it just keeps, and that it was so blatant that they kept doing that in this movie.
That's
and
true.
It, like, what's sex like? What are you talking about? Like when he kept saying that, it just made me, every single time I felt like I had to flinch because I was like, why are you making this guy say this? Why? Like what are you that? Why does he keep saying that? So annoying. And then just the Jared character doesn't really make any sense to me because it just seems like they put him in there so he can have like he only served two purposes. One, so they can have a gay character, and two, so that Evan Hansen wouldn't just talk to himself, like so that he had somebody to talk to. But then it feels like he only had a purpose in the first act because then like after he, after the lie started and he did the whole email shit, which is another thing I'm going to come back to, he is like non-existent in the movie. And then at the end, whenever he emails whenever he mails in like his serial killer writing, the USB thing, why does he send one to Jared? Like what was the point of sending that to Jared? He didn't know him. Why did he deserve to see that? And then, so that's another thing is the whole like email, because he was like, well, she wants to see the emails that we sent each other. And he's like, well, just like make fake emails. He said, you can do that. And he said, yeah, it's just simple coding. And I kept thinking, what do you mean coding? Just make a fake email account and send it to another fake email account.
That's actually coding 101 is how to fake an email.
What coding is like, were you also like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's like, it's hard. Movies do not get that.
It's like being like, well, can we do like a fake, can I send you a mess or can we make like fake text messages? And instead of being like, yeah, I'll just like change my profile or just change my name in your phone and I'll text you. And they're like, oh, just simple coding.
Well, the only thing I think is like complex is the timestamps.
Yeah. Photoshop. What coding are you talking about?
Code Photoshop.
I guess because he had to forward the emails, but I don't know. It just,
I don't know. But also like email, why they have like email as like a popular like messaging platform. Like no one emails.
And teenagers don't, right? Yeah, like what teen email? I barely email right now. And then the thing too, it was just like little stuff that like annoyed me. Like remember at the beginning of the movie when he had a calendar notice that it was the first day of school? What kind of teen?
It's also like noon. Like that, it looks noon outside and they're barely starting with their day.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like it looks right now. And right now it's 11.
Just getting ready.
Oh, so funny. And then there was this one tweet because at the beginning song is like he's saying from the outside looking in. And this girl said, and in the very first scene when he sings that, he's inside looking out. Or so it's like opposite of what he's saying. And I thought that was very funny because they have the camera outside of the window and he's like looking outside. And then another thing that this person says is it's a bit jarring when Alana and Evan name drop their meds in conversation after knowing each other for about 2 seconds. Can you, like, when they said that, when she was like, what do you take?
Albuterol.
Oh my God.
75 milligrams or whatever.
Lexapro. I don't know.
Advair.
Strange.
Yeah. It's like,
and also like, or I don't know. It's just very strange. Oh, that's what I liked. So I liked her song. That's the thing that I was like, oh, okay, that kind of made me felt seen a little bit where, because that's when her song started where because he was like, well, you don't seem like somebody that, deals with shit like this. And it was like one line, I don't remember verbatim, but she basically said how like,
there's a lot of us.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like the, like, we're the anonymous. It's like, but she was just saying how she keeps herself busy so that she doesn't have to think about, the stuff that she's dealing with. And I was like, oh, okay, that's like how mine manifests because I feel like because I do a lot and I don't really ask for help. And so whenever I do say, or whenever I am experiencing stuff like that, people never know because I just keep myself constantly busy.
Right.
And so I did like that because I was like, oh, okay, like that's a good, I guess, message that it's not like, even though they show this like kind of stereotypical anxious person in Evan Hansen, they still have the representation of somebody that doesn't show what they're feeling. Did like that. Also, yeah, but the name dropping of their meds, very strange. And they said every moment of Evan's public speech about Connor will make you want to scream. So that entire speech, I was so confused the entire time because I was like, one, why is nobody helping him? He like fell and the mom is just staring at him and just nodding.
She's like, yeah, that happened.
But like nobody is rushing to help him. Like I was even waiting for that girl, Alana, to run on stage and like help him. Or even just see that he's so nervous. Nobody was like, I was like, oh, it would be kind of a cute moment for her to be like, you want me to go out there with you? Or like, you don't have to do this. But like, nobody helps him and they're just sitting there. And also, what kind of asshole at a memorial just like starts recording a guy having a breakdown
with their phone upside down?
That? Oh shit. That's something you would notice that. They're just like, oh, look at him.
Stupid ass Phil.
His best friend fucking died. Look at him. What? Who does? Do our teens that mean to each other?
Pretty brutal. The thing that's so funny is like, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Maybe you're about to talk about. So first of all, the speech. I mean, I've never been viral before, but that speech would not go viral.
No.
I mean, it was a song, but like, like
it wouldn't start a movement.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't movement worthy.
I mean, the thing that I did like is that it was realistic that like people cared about it for like a day and then they kind of moved on. Yeah. But the most like the cringiest thing, and I couldn't stop laughing in theaters. And this is where I don't know if people probably knew I was laughing because I was like, what the fuck is going on? After the speech, when they show all these people being like, I needed to hear this. And they like were recording themselves. And then it turned into like some like PowerPoint mashup, like a PowerPoint transition into a picture of Connor.
It was like straight from the 2000s.
What? Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
The thing I was going to say.
Am I hallucinating this? Like, what the fuck?
Is in that universe is the speech, because it was like a song. Mm-hmm. Is it just like a normal speech or is he singing it?
I don't know.
I was like so confused, and
I think he's it's not in the world of musicals, it's not like,
because I want to see what that video was. Maybe if he did sing, that would have gone viral.
Yeah, because people have been like, what? And he's also a good singer, and he just like his anxiety just went away in like 2 seconds. But yeah, and then another hilarious thing was the name of the YouTube video. Did you see that? Where he's like, his best friend killed himself, and you never guess what he did next.
What he did next.
Somebody tweeted that should have been like, that's basically the plot summary of this.
Yeah.
But so fucking stupid. So dumb. I could not stop laughing. It was like, that's another thing too. So the first song happens, it like right away is a musical. And then I think for a good like 5 minutes, it feels like there's a chunk of time where there's no songs. And then I think I just have like such a, like, I'm so dumb that I forgot that it was a musical. And then when they started singing again, that's another time where I like let out a laugh, and it was kind of loud. I was like, oh shit, this is a musical.
This is a musical.
Man, hilarious.
I have no more thoughts. I know you have I just want to say I have no more thoughts on this movie. This is
there's you might have some thoughts after with these lists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just go through those.
The song "If I Could Tell Her" has incestuous vibes. That I did feel weird about that. Remember when they were in the kitchen and he was like, because when I knew what was happening, where I was like, oh, he's gonna tell her what he sees in her and say that's her brother. And I'm like, yeah, strange. Hate it a lot.
I forgot about that. That's really weird.
Yeah. Especially as like the audience, I was like, am I supposed to think this is cute? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of this movie where I was like, I feel like this is like 100% creepy, but I feel like the movie wants us to think this is wholesome or cute, and it's not. The second one, this one, I'm so glad. I feel so seen with this note, but they said Amy Adams seems constipated throughout the whole movie. It feels like I forgot she was in this movie because I forgot she was in the trailer, and then every time she was on the screen, I was like, this is not like, did she like this is not Amy Adams. Like, it feels like a shell of her.
I was gonna say, why are you doing this, man? You shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, it seemed like she was definitely doing this movie against her will, is what it feels like. Because like she did not want to be there.
Yeah, or she just like really liked the message of the movie.
And then she got there and she was like, fuck.
Whoa.
Damn, she really wants an Oscar. And I don't want her to get it this way. This is not the way to do it, Amy. Please.
She not have one?
No. Which is insane. But like, I mean, this is what it does to people. Not giving them the Oscars they deserve. They'll do shitty movies like this. But yeah, she seems so I just read a line on accident. Cynthia seems like she's holding something in all the time. But truly, it felt so strange. I don't know. The audio in this movie was like weird too. I don't know. Maybe it was just the movie, but like it kept echoing. And then there was a part in their library and they were like whispering and it just felt so like crackly. Just so weird. All right. Next thing is Zoe and Evan's chemistry is about as believable as the Tooth Fairy. Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
I was like, are they together? And the only indication that they were was that they held hands. Other than that.
Oh, and that they were dancing and that they kissed. Yeah. I don't know. That also, yeah, whenever she came over and she was like, I don't want to talk. I just want to talk about, or like you or me or whatever. I was like, do you?
They had not developed a relationship enough to.
Yeah, it was not earned. It was not earned at all. I couldn't believe them as like friends. They seem like, you know, like I like the part where he was like, well, you never been poor. Like that made me laugh because that was really funny. But I don't know. It just didn't seem like, I guess so, but that just was not earned at all. It just felt so strange.
I feel like they tried to cover a lot of topics.
Yeah.
They tried to make it, you know, a little romance. No, I don't need that. I think suicide is a deep enough topic.
Yeah, I don't, especially like I don't understand the point of, another thing was like, on this list is how the argument that he had with his mom outside of their house was like, just made him look even worse, you know? Cause like, I would be embarrassed too. Like, why are you talking to people about our financial situation? And also I don't know, it's a sweet gesture for them to offer him the money, but like, how do they not see how insulting that is to her?
Rich.
I don't know.
People don't get it.
I guess so. I think that's basically it though. But yeah, to like Evan's cast and how like weird that was, and how he confesses their like the lie to them was strange.
He had so many outs.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I will say I think it is, I guess at the very least the premise of it is interesting. They didn't handle it well at all. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
They tried it and I don't think it really worked out. So don't watch this movie, I think.
No. Oh, did I say this before on the podcast about how like the part that made me kind of emotional was the dad?
I think you talked about it. Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah, I really liked that. And I wish they explored. I just like the idea of like whenever she said that the stepdad didn't cry during the funeral. And then he just like all of a sudden started. I like showing different types of grief. I think that's really important to show.
I'm realistic.
Yeah. And I did there were some parts I liked, but like I didn't mind that part where they showed the parallels of the daughter or the sister walking through school and everybody staring at her, and then the mom in the grocery store and the dad at work. Like I kind of liked that. I was like, oh, okay, like that's I guess interesting. But another thing that people are talking about that I forgot to mention is how visually boring this movie was. It was so it felt so like it felt like it was contained in one room. Like it was just there was no movement in it. Like even
It was
him,
on a set for sure.
yeah, like even him running through the forest and the trees, like that should have been more visually interesting, but it was truly boring. Yeah, it was way too long too.
It was boring. Terrible movie.
I had good fries during the movie.
I had a really bad burger. This place I went to has bad burgers, so I got loaded fries. Really I almost did that, but I hadn't eaten that day at all because I was like, I'm gonna save up for a good meal at Star Cinema. So
that was bad.
Yeah, bad burger, bad movie, bad experience. I walked out. I had like my backpack and everything. I felt weird. It's like walking out and everyone was just like recovering from their sob session. And I was like, yep.
That was a movie. There you go. Cursed movie on a Saturday.
Cursed movie. Well, that's all I have on Dear Evan Hansen. I think I can close the book of that and never like open it up again. Just like leave that part of my brain empty.
Oh, one last thing. I forgot about this, but I need to mention. So after he told the family, because you saying closing a book reminded me of this, but after he told the family and then his sister was like, just leave my family alone. Like, please just leave me the fuck alone. And he was like, okay, but I'm going to read every single one of his favorite books. And then I'm going to contact a bunch of people asking about him.
He's just not a good person.
Yeah, like
at all.
You couldn't just leave it alone. That's all they've literally asked you to do is leave it alone. Leave them alone, leave him alone, leave everybody alone. And I mean, I guess it's sweet that he sent them that thing, but like whenever she picked up the package, the mom, and I saw the writing, I was like, oh, I would never open that because I'm like, yeah, this is a bomb. Like that looks like his handwriting was like fucking like serial killer handwriting.
That's
and
so funny.
The way, and it was like all crooked and shit. Like, what are you doing, dude? I don't know. I guess I like that. I liked seeing the song that he wrote. Like, I thought that was kind of a neat way to wrap that up. Because I didn't think they were gonna. Usually, I can like clock whenever they say something in the beginning and they're gonna bring it back. But I didn't clock that this time because she mentioned like, oh, we've never heard one of his songs. I thought he was going to make up a song and I was like, holy shit, dude.
That would have been terrible.
I know. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
But I liked hearing that song. I didn't like that he was the one that found it. But yeah, but terrible movie, terrible premise, terrible person. Yep. Never seen it ever again. Never want to.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm going to close that book in my brain. Never open it up. Just let it go over there. All that information that I gained from this movie, I just don't want.
Yeah, I don't want it either. All right.
That was episode 94. Thank you for listening. Join us on Discord to hear us talk more about better movies.
Yeah. Just what we're watching probably.
Yeah.
All right.
See you
next time. Oh, bye.
Bye.